Hello and welcome back to another TFT video. I've been a little bit slow, a little bit inconsistent on my uploads recently, and I'm trying to work on that a little bit more now. I finally finished with my school. My first year of college is now finished, and I am now onto the summer for real now. And everything going on with Corona has been super crazy for my schedule, but hopefully now I can hopefully be on a better schedule and I'll be able to upload more consistently for you guys. So with that being said, getting right into the video, I've got a pretty fun one for you guys today. I haven't really been getting this Galaxy very often since it was released, and this is the Treasure Trove actually. And I think with this Galaxy, you can do so much crazy stuff, and you'll see in this gameplay it is super crazy, super fun gameplay. Uh, Starting off, we're just going to be picking up a 2-star Fiora and just some really random units, actually. So right at the gate, we do get a Kaisa really early, and based on our items that we do have on our bench, or on our side there, we do have pretty good Kaisa items, as well as picking up a second Kaisa from the orbs there. So already we've kind of decided that we're going to go for a Kaisa in this build here, and that is what we're going to be doing. So I don't think we're going to win the first round. I think most people are going to be leveling up, especially since you get so much gold in these first rounds, and I'm not really too worried about that. I do want to try and pick up a tier on the carousel if I can, and that is what I'm going to be going for early. So I'm not really looking to win. I just really want to be early pick, being able to pick what I want to get on the carousel. So we are going to put the rod onto the Kaisa, which honestly was kind of a mistake in a way, but it's all right. It is what it is. The Kaisa does do a little bit extra damage. You do end up killing some units, but as you can see, we are losing the first 2 rounds. We're going to pick up a Jace as well, and I really like going Space Pirates on the Treasure Trove Galaxy because Space Pirates just make it so you get even more items, and then you can have so many freaking items, and we do end up getting so many items in this game, and it was just so crazy. Super fun late game gameplay here for you guys. So on the carousel, we are actually going to be 3rd pick, which is kind of unfortunate for losing 2 out of 3 rounds. Being 3rd pick is kind of suboptimal here, but we are going to be going for the tier, and that is what we wanted, so it wasn't really too bad for us. So we we pick up 3 Leonas in the same role. We weren't really thinking about going Leona really in this build, but hey, might as well. Take out the Fiora, gonna sell her, and get up to 20 econ here as well. So now that we do have the Seraphs onto the Kaisa, we're actually very powerful. Our Kaisa with Seraphs is very strong, especially with that Infiltrator buff. She can ult very quickly. So we are going to be looking for a Morelos for her, and that would be completely optimal here. So I really want to go Space Pirates here, and I'm thinking about going Mana Printer as well. So here you can see I'm scouting this guy, and he has a lot of the Space Pirates. This guy even has a few Space Pirates on his bench and in his game, so I'm a little bit worried about going Space Pirates here. So I'm considering going Mech Infiltrator potentially, or maybe like blasters or something, but I don't really have that good of items except for perhaps Mech Pilot Infiltrator, although the #1 guy is going for that build. So it's kind of up in the air what we are going to go for here. So we are going to hit the Giant's Belt, which is perfect, and we hit a second Chain Vest as well, so we can get the Bramble Vest, which is huge. Very good for us. So we're going to be making the Morelos and making the Bramble Vest. So I'm going to keep my Leona right in the front so that she can tank. And we are actually going to be up against the #1 guy, or one of the #1 guys with Mr. 100, and we absolutely demolish him. He only kills one of our units. We're feeling pretty good at this point. Also, you can see on my bench, I did pick up a Sona because I really want to go Mana Printer for this game. I think Mana Printer with the Space Pirates, very good, and especially since this is the Treasure Trove Galaxy, it's very likely that we can hit these items that we need. We already do have the Seraphs, but we do need the actual Mana Printer items, which are very key. So here I'm also picking up more Kha'Zix just because, and we are going to be leveling up here actually, I do believe. And I want to keep my win streak, and I want to be as powerful as possible. And so I do sell the Sona, even though I'm thinking about going Mana Printer. I'm not really keen on getting the Tier 3 Sona. I really just need a Tier 1 or Tier 2 Sona to be effective here. In the carousel, we're going to be looking for really anything. I guess a tier would be kind of optimal here, and that is what we kind of want. And I wasn't really expecting to be able to get it, and we actually end up picking it up, which is not too bad. So we do only need one more cloak, and we will be getting that first mana printer item. Picking up another Sona, some more infiltrators, still considering going mech pilot infiltrators because we haven't hit that many space pirates at this point. So, and we do have good mech pilot infiltrator items. This guy was theoretically pretty strong, but Graves is actually really, really good against the Xayah carry because all she does is auto attack damage, and Graves does blind the Xayah, especially if they don't have the QSS. Then it is very, very effective. We're going to be picking up the tier 2 Sona here, which looks kind of weird in our build. It has nothing to do with our other units. It's kind of weird, but it is what I want to be going here. Unfortunately, we do lose to this guy with a very, very similar build. He has the Kaisa as well, with the exact same items, which is kind of funny, but those are core items for Kaisa, and it makes a lot of sense that that is what he'd be going. So here from the Wolves, we're looking for the mana printer items, and we actually hit 2 spatulas. And here I was checking everyone else to make sure like it was just me getting the double spatulas, because I've had it sometimes where multiple people get double spatulas in the same creep round. And that actually gives us a huge power spike. It makes us very, very powerful. It's very, very good to be hitting this at this stage of the game. And that just lets us continue econing and continue rolling. And I still don't know exactly what I want to build. I do buy the Rumble, as you can see, and I sell the Sona, which kind of was a bad decision. I decided I didn't really want it. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was really tired when I was playing this game. But it is what it is. We still are able to win these rounds and get whatever we can get here at this point. So here you can see the Candyland build is very, very powerful. That Poppy was not going to die anytime soon. So we do have the 4 Vanguards, which I think is pretty good at this stage of the game, but will start to fall off, especially since we have 3 tier 1 units in. Here up against the Brawler Blaster guy, who is also pretty strong, but we actually do end up just beating him. A little bit of lag there, but not too bad. And here on the carousel, we're going to be looking for potentially another tier or some AP or something like that. But it looks like we're going to be getting another tier here, which is pretty great, actually. That's a very good item for us. We do want to hit the second mana printer item, so all we need is 1 cloak from the next creep round, and we will be absolutely sailing. So I do have a lot of gold here, but I'm also very, very healthy, so I'm going to be looking to level up after this round. Unfortunately for us, we are against the Candyland guy, who's super, super powerful, and he absolutely destroys us. He got the Zerath with a rod for the Rage Blade, which is super good for him, and we had to be a little bit careful. So we do level up to level 8. We now have 9 units in at level 8. We have so many items on our bench. We have so much potential to grow. We have so many 1-cost units, and we're really looking to hit this Gangplank as quickly as possible. So I think this is also where I kind of realized that I kind of goofed up and I should have picked up the Sonas, or kept the Sonas from earlier, which is too bad, but it is what it is. And I am going to also put in a Kale here instead of the Leona. I think if I had a Kale last fight, we actually would have won, because my Kaiser was doing so much damage, and if she could have had that crit damage as well, that would have been super nice. Here you can see my bench actually gets 2 full. I can't even get the last orb, and I was thinking about going Zephyr, and then I realized that if I did that, I wouldn't get my second mana printer item, and so I do just make the Warmogs onto our Leona, which I don't think is a bad choice at all. Unfortunately, we do lose to the Xayah because he does have the QSS, so now our Graves does not blind. And we pick up the Gangplank and immediately get the best upgrade for him, the double impact, which just makes him so powerful. He stuns for so long. We are going to quickly do some finagling there, buy the MF, put her in instead of the Kale, and maintain our Valkyrie bonus. So now we're going to be looking to just level up our units, get our Gangplank super stacked so he can do so much damage. Unfortunately, as you can see, we are losing this round and these rounds in general, but we have so much potential to grow our build, and we need to just do that and get rid of our units that we're not going to be using. We also do have a Threshin, as you can see, which I think is very good for this because he can just pull so many units in with the mana printer printing all of the mana. So we are going to pick up the tier 1 Sona. We're going to make the second mana printer item. We couldn't actually sell the Kaisa because we had so many items on our bench. I'm glad Riot changed that so I wouldn't accidentally delete items, which would have been so unfortunate. We probably would have lost this game. Actually, we almost certainly would have lost this game if that happened. And here you can see our tier 1 Sona is putting in the work, printing so much mana for us. and we are able to absolutely destroy this guy. Look at how all those tier 1 units we have in. Our Thresh is just pulling off the bench. Super, super awesome. So powerful. Jace just flew 20,000 meters to kill that Caitlyn. Pretty good. So here we would love to pick up that GP, obviously, because that would give us the tier 2 GP, but that's not really likely that we're going to get that. So we are going to go for the Ziggs, actually, with the Zeeks. So we also really, really want this Demolitionist trait. And I do go for the Leonis here, and then I kind of realize that that is not exactly what I want. I really want the Demolitionist, so I do sell the Leona and make Jace our frontline tank. So I don't want to put the Gangplank in the front yet because he doesn't have a GA and he's only level 1, so I don't want him to get absolutely destroyed, absolutely blown up. He is able to get off his ultimate, and as you can see here, it does so much damage, but unfortunately we still lose because he was only level 1. If he was level 2, we would have killed like 3 of their units that we didn't actually end up killing. So we really got to hit that tier 2 Gangplank. As you can see, we're also dropping really, really low in health. We're in third to last, minus the guy that's already out. So we really got to roll here. We're also picking up the Vel'Koz, just because Vel'Koz works with the Mana Printer. And I finally hit, and I'm able to Nico that. I'm also going to try and use all my items to make sure I don't lose. Fortunately, our Jace gets Zephyred, but once our Gangplank gets his ult off, he is able to just absolutely destroy the entire enemy team. Our Sona's putting in work, healing everybody and printing that mana. Our tier 1 Xerath also putting in a final hit there. So now we're just buying all of the high cost units we can so that our Thresh can pull them in. And here on the Kayn, we get insane items. Imagine if we needed that Seraphs for the Mana Printer. That would have been crazy. Unfortunately, we didn't really need it. Or not unfortunately, but I guess we didn't really need it. So it's fine. It's still a really good item. And we do hit the Rabadons, which is exactly what we wanted for the Gangplank. We also could have used a GA, but Rabadons is a great offensive item here. So we're going to make sure that our Mana Printer is next to the Misfortune and the Thresh, the most important ultimates here, besides Gangplank. But Gangplank only really needs to ult once, and he will if he's in the front line. So he gets off his ult, and he does so much damage. We get a glove, we get so much gold. This is looking like a really good game for us here. So already we are top 4, as you can see, and we need to hit this Lulu upgrade and this MF upgrade. We also want to get the tier 3 Jace, which would be very nice. We do hit the MF, and we make a Shroud on these Ziggs, the tier 1 Ziggs. Tier 1 Ziggs, tier 1 Sona, putting in so much work with their synergies and with the mana printing. Bang! Gangplank's ult does so much damage. It stuns the entire team. It's so powerful. MF's also putting in the work with the Seraphs and the fact that she is tier 2. There was a Sona there that I missed on the bench because I was just not thinking about it at all. I think I missed the tier 2 Sona, but it didn't really matter. The difference between tier 2 and tier 1 is really negligible. And we're up against the Brawler Blaster guy again. And once our GP gets off one ult, it's just the entire team is dead. It's insane. And with the bigger range as well, it just makes him so powerful. It was actually somewhat closer than the last round at least, but still absolute destruction. Picking up lots of items here. We do have a spatula as well, and we're gonna be looking for the trap claw probably here, just so that we can keep our MF ulting. That way she doesn't get like CC'd or something by somebody like the Zoe maybe. Who knows? We're gonna pick up the trap claw, so that's pretty good for us. Two guys left. We beat both of them, so we're feeling pretty good about this. I'm going to keep rolling, looking for some upgrades, but at this point, I'm feeling super, super good. I'm contemplating using my spatula to make another spatula item, or waiting to see if I can hit a second spatula for a second Force of Nature, which would be super cool. I'm going to roll a little bit, looking for the Jace. I'm going to make a second Trap Claw, actually, onto the Wukong. And I'm going to be looking for the Jace upgrade or the Sona upgrade. This guy actually snipes my Sona which is probably really smart of him, but we're just so powerful anyways that the second our MF ults and our GP ults, we are just able to pump out the damage. We get another mana printer item on our bench, which is super cool, and we're able to absolutely destroy that ghost there. We do pick up the shield upgrade for the MF, and we actually finally find another Sona. Gonna sell the Xerath for that, and roll, hope to hit the Sona, hope to hit the Jace. Unfortunately, we don't hit it, and we are gonna put the last mana printer item onto the Thresh, I do believe. I'm gonna sell the Lulus, even though Lulu is a very, very good unit. I just want to try and hit the upgraded Sona or upgraded Jace. And in my infinite wisdom, oh no, I actually saw the Vel'Koz here. Interesting. I forgot to move the Sona, and I am against the same exact person, so she will get Zephyred again, which is unfortunate for us, but it really doesn't matter. We are so, so powerful at this point. The second our GP ults, which he finally does, it just one-shots everybody. The MF also, actually the MF did most of the damage there. She's so powerful. And that is the end of the game. Super, super fun one. Treasure Trove Space Pirates is insane. So many items in this game. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. And hopefully I'll see you guys pretty soon. And we're D3. Let's go. Pop off.